So I'm going to make this as quick as possible. We got a lot going on in the news, and I've got my President Trump hat on, and here we go. So, the post I made a year ago is trending again and going viral again, and so here we go. Lot going on in the news. I feel like there's two main subjects. I'm sure everybody here knows what they are. We've got the coronavirus, we've got George Floyd, we've got Antifa, we got burning buildings. So let's go over it. So, we had the coronavirus. We had everybody freaking out and buying all of the toilet paper from an hour away from my house because we had to drive hours away to find toilet paper and we still didn't find any. So, we went through a lot there. So, why toilet paper? If anybody knows, please tell me, why did you take all the toilet paper? Now they've imposed, like, oh, you can only buy 2 rolls of toilet paper now, or 2 packs of toilet paper now. They've got that on pretty much everything now, so I'm glad we got our toilet paper back, but we have the coronavirus. We still have the coronavirus. It's not over. Don't go to your funerals. Don't go to your baby's birth. Don't go to your birthday parties. Don't go to your work. Don't go to anything. Stay home. Unless you want to go out and riot. Ooh, touchy subjects I'm getting into now, aren't I? Now, everybody can agree that the coronavirus was pretty bad. A lot of people died everywhere. Not fun. Not fun. But the coronavirus, I feel it's kind of lost its strength. Because everybody was freaking about that. And then one bad thing happens. One specific thing happened that set America ablaze. And if you want to ask me, I think that this is going to happen again during the 2020 election. If President Trump wins, I think America will be set ablaze once again. They've had 4 years to plan for this, and when I say they, I mean Antifa. The animals that run around like little bank robbers in their little handkerchiefs and their oh, I'm so scary. They want to use George Floyd as a front for their organization. They want to use Black Lives Matter as a front to burn down buildings of their own people. You think George Floyd would want you burning down black people's buildings? Shops, stores, whatever? Think he would want that? Now, I'm going to get this right out there. I don't support George Floyd. I don't support BML. I also don't support what the cop did. I am a Christian. Non-denominational, I am a Christian. I do not believe what the cop did was right. But the cop was there for a reason. George Floyd was counterfeiting $20 bills. The police officer was called there for a reason. And that's because of what George Floyd was doing. Which is illegal. I don't support that he pinned him down and killed him, but George Floyd was a criminal. You can't expect too much sympathy from me. I feel bad that somebody died, but at the same time, the more that these Antifa animals and the more that these BML rioters burn stuff down, and the more that these Democrats get on TV and kneel down in their pretty little scarves. Ooh, I can kneel and scarf. The more that they do this, the less support I have. In case you didn't notice, they had the audacity to give George Floyd's family a folded flag in a shadow box. Now, if you do not know what the symbolism of a folded flag in a shadow box, or a folded flag in general is, you give that to the family of a fallen service member. The men and women who served this country and died honorably. Their family, usually the mother or the father, will get a folded flag. And you give it to a criminal's family. Now, I don't think what the cop did was right. I can fully say what he did was wrong, but he was a criminal. He does not deserve a folded flag. He did not serve. He had a life of crime, a long criminal record, and his most famous and my favorite one of his crimes was dressing up as someone from the water department to beat and rob a pregnant lady. Yeah. He deserves a folded flag. Yes, let's burn down down people's buildings for someone that beat and robbed a pregnant lady. I mean, other than animals, that's like the next most innocent thing. I mean, or a child, a dog or a child, and then you have a pregnant lady, and then you have a normal lady, and then you have men. There it is. Dog, child, pregnant lady. Those are like, okay, dogs or cats or animals, whatever you want to call it, but those are like the three most innocent things, the three most vulnerable things. How do you have sympathy for this? I lose my sympathy when one thing happens like this due to a crooked cop and you burn down places. He had a life of crime behind him, and no matter how much the Dems want to feed you that he was changing his life for the better, why do you think the cop was there in the first place? Cops don't just rain down from the sky and just land on a black person's shoulders and just start killing them. They don't. They get called there for somebody committing a crime. He was committing a crime. Okay? Many others that he's committed also. Let's not forget that. This wasn't his first crime. This wasn't some stealing a sucker from a candy store type of thing. And neither was the rest of his crimes in his past. Right now, the best sympathy that I have to give to him and his family is right now they're being used as pawns. Because his family has made statements saying that they do not support what the BML Antifa animals are doing right now. Pulling down Confederate statues, burning buildings and stores, even black people's buildings. Do you think that he would have wanted that? What if it was somebody that was related to him? Ooh! You think that these animals will profile every single person that owns a store before they burn it down? No. They're just going to go light it on fire. Maybe a black person owned that Target, or maybe a black person worked at that Target and that was their only way of feeding their family. Or that AutoZone, or a couple restaurants that got burned. Because I know they burned places that were owned by black people, because they came out and made statements, and look what you did to my store, look what you did to my restaurant, look what you did to my, sports bar, look what you did. Whatever. They don't care. They're just going to burn it. And do you think that's what George Floyd would have wanted? And it would certainly turn on them if it was somebody that George Floyd was related to. Like his favorite cousin who owned a store down the street from where he got killed. And then it got burned down. Do you think that he would have liked that? No. But do they care? No. Because they're animals. And they're just using him as a pawn. They're using his face, his name, his story as an excuse. Excuse me, sir, why did you burn down this building? George Floyd. George Floyd made me do it. No. He didn't make you do it. He probably wouldn't have wanted you to do it. And unless there's another Antifa animal supporting you, none of us wanted you to do it. Nobody here, nobody with a brain in their right mind wanted you to burn down buildings. You can't use a dead guy to front your chaos, your rioting, your animalistic behaviors. Seriously. America is more divided now than it has ever been. We are back to Civil War times where it's instead of the North versus the South, what do we have? It's Republicans versus Democrats, whites versus blacks, BML and Antifa against legal gun owners, because they have guns too, Where's your gun laws now, Nancy? Where's your, I'm gonna come get your guns? Well, you didn't take their guns, and you're not gonna take my guns. I may not have taken over a police precinct, but I've taken over my house, alright? And I'll guard it to the end of my days from anyone that dares to tell me I can't have a gun. Anyone that dares to step foot on my property to burn it, to vandalize it, to kill me or harm my family or take my guns, I'll stand to the end of my days for that. Because our forefathers wrote that Constitution. They wrote it with the intention that every American could legally own a firearm to defend their house, home, family, whatever. Defend their neighbor. Defend their dog. Defend their life savings. Defend their store. Do you want to know why the rural areas aren't on fire right now? It's because we have guns. And all the little snowflakes that want to come running into the rural areas, we're going to take the rural areas. No, you're not. Because as soon as you walk in here with your little masks on and I don't even know, what else do they wear? Like, they wear the masks, like swimming goggles, and they carry a stick or something like that, or I'm going to hit you with my tofu, you know. They know as soon as they come in here, we're going to shoot them. If they come in here to do violent things, if they start burning down buildings, if they start beating people in the streets of our small towns, we're going to join together. Because we have brains, we have guns, and we're not going to let you take our towns. We're not going to let you take our small towns, our small cities, our small stores. We're not going to let you burn it. We're not going to let you. Maybe over here in Seattle, where there's just a bunch of wussies running around like, oh, let's leave our police precinct. And it wasn't the cops' choice either to leave. But it was the mayor's choice to let them. And it's the mayor's choice to not have anybody move in and take it back over. So, but we're not going to let you take over our city. We're not. Cities, towns, states, whatever you want to take over, we're not going to let you. I mean, maybe go over by Detroit and they'll let you in, but you're not coming in here and doing anything. Not that you would in the first place, because you know that we're serious when we own our guns. We don't have guns and ammunition and the training to use them for no reason. Now, that was fun. Welcome back to the Right Side of Politics channel. Or welcome to the Right Side of Politics channel. Whether you're new, whether you're old, whether you've been here before, seen it all, know it, been here since the first post. Here we go again. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. God bless America, and I will see you guys next time.